It's been a whirlwind few weeks on the Hotel Planner Tour. We've stopped off in Spain, in France, Denmark, Switzerland, Austria, and checked out Czechia. Now, midway through our European swing, we're in Bavaria for the 5th edition of the German Challenge, powered by VcG, with Wittelsbacher Golf Club on hosting duties once again. It's a course steeped in history. The horses of Bavarian royalty were once bred on the land that now houses this championship layout. And speaking of thoroughbreds, we're spending time this week with a player boasting an impressive pedigree, who's starting to make a name for himself. The pronunciation straight from the horse's mouth.
Yes, it's Jovan Rebula. It's something that I've gotten used to be honest. I mean, I spent 5 years in America doing the whole college system, and you kind of think in South Africa, people butchering your name, it's bad, but yes, in America, I heard a couple of good ones. So if you keep repeating people how to correct it the whole time, you're going to get tired of it. So you kind of just go with it a little bit.
Well, thanks for clearing that up, Jovan. So let's dive in to the background story.
I think I was about 5, 6 or 7 or something in that ballpark. Kind of just started swinging a golf club around, and that's kind of where my love for the game started. Watching quite a bit of golf and just really enjoyed it. My dad, coming from Serbia, golf's not really a big sport in Serbia. So he was a tennis coach when he came over down to South Africa. He was coaching tennis, and my grandfather used to coach tennis quite a bit, and my dad used to help out as a youngster. So yeah, tennis was kind of his thing that he kind of spent most of his attention to. And then, yeah, like I said, my grandfather was the one that, kind of just took me under his wing a little bit, and he really enjoyed our bonding, and so did I. That was our way to bond pretty well. And I think my love for the game of golf has just kind of taken over, and that was kind of the bigger attraction to me than what tennis was.
And Rebula was also able to lean on a rather well-known relative during his formative years.
So my uncle is Ernie Els. I don't think I really need to say too much about him. It's really cool to have someone like that in your corner, to be able to pick up the phone and give a call whenever you need some advice and stuff like that. And, he's very invested into my career as well, which is quite cool. So he's, honestly, I don't think if we were related, I think he would have still been a guy that I would have, idolized. And I guess I don't need to say much about his career at all. I think everyone knows already. All the videos that I've watched him growing up kind of emulated into my actions, I guess. Kind of just watching how he does things, and like I said, that's how I wanted to do things, and I guess I'll take it as a compliment.
Rebula has forged his own path and already notched up a few achievements that his famous uncle was never able to, like winning the Amateur Championship. Rebula triumphed at Royal Aberdeen in 2018, becoming the first South African to do so since Bobby Cole in 1966.
I guess it was kind of a changing point in my career. Feels like it's been ages ago now and kind of washed away a little bit. It was kind of a crazy week. Obviously traveling with all the South African guys, we usually go Golf RSA, gives us the opportunity to play there every year. So it was just totally surreal. Obviously, there's a lot of cool things that come with that, so I got to experience the whole thing, and yeah, I would say it was kind of a little bit of a wraparound in my career, which has been cool.
A successful stint at college with Auburn set him up well to turn professional in May 2021. However, he didn't get the sort of start he was hoping for.
It was my second event in. We drove to Louisville, Kentucky, and got out of the car and really couldn't stand up after that. Had a pretty bad back injury, and that ended up being a 7-month process of not being able to play golf at all. Had that chance to, do well in those 8 events that the form tour was going on, and you never know what can happen then. You can have a great 8 events and get your Corn Ferry card and then go on from there. So yeah, I was really just back to square one, with no real status or anything, and I had to kind of build my way up to where I am today.
Fit and healthy again, Rebula is relishing his first full season on the Hotel Planner Tour.
The Sunshine Tour has got exchange spots with a Hotel Planet Tour. Was fortunate enough to have a great start in the beginning of the year. So yeah, I don't really have any category right now. I'm just kind of playing week to week. And yeah, just kind of trying to play myself into as many events as I can and hopefully be able to have a DP world card by the end of Mallorca. Thanks, boy.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it, dude. That was lekker.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So to Thursday afternoon and day one of the German Challenge, powered by VcG, where, after making 9 out of 11 cuts and a recent season's best third-place finish in Austria, Rebula was looking to build on a promising first half of the campaign.
Jovan Rebula.
Playing alongside the winner of that event, Max Steinlechner, as well as Tiger Christensen, Rebula endured a steady but frustrating start. Teeing off at the 10th, and with scoring conditions looking favourable, the 27-year-old just couldn't take advantage. It would prove to be the story of the day. Opening up with 7 consecutive pars, he then dropped a shot on 17 to see him go out in 37, 1 over par. Rebula would finally get his round going at the second hole, his 11th. Another solid approach. But this time the ball would find the bottom of the cup to return him to level par. However, he would give it straight back at the next. The putter misbehaving again. Frustration clear to see. Playing alongside Rebula, Germany's Tiger Christensen produced the shot of the day. Holing out for eagle at the 9th on his way to an opening 69. That would be 3 off the lead held by Thomas Besser and Julien Cairn, the experienced Frenchman, twice a past winner on the Hotel Planet Tour. For Rebula, though, it proved a struggle. He would have to settle for an opening 73, a long way off the lead, with work to be done to make the weekend.
I feel like I just didn't start the ball well on the lines today. So I guess that does make it quite tricky, you know, if you're not starting the ball where you exactly want to. So I'll have a little session now and, you know, kind of go through my setup and just see if everything's still square away and, you know, we're going from there. It's another day tomorrow and, yeah, we're looking for some good vibes tomorrow.
So early Friday morning, and the task was straightforward for Rebula. Improvement required after that opening 73, and birdies needed to extend his stay in Germany. But as with his first round, the opening holes returned frustration rather than shots gained. Decent iron play wasn't being rewarded. Several putts failed to drop. Then, after 7 consecutive pars, the flat stick finally warmed up. Birdie, and Rebula was back to level par, but with the cut mark projected to be 3 under, he needed plenty more on the back 9. Meanwhile, another South African was making waves at the top of the leaderboard. JC Ritchie was looking for his 5th career Hotel Planet Tour title, and the 31-year-old sat at 6th in the rankings, followed up an opening 67 with a second round 66 that included 10 birdies. 2 further gains and 6 pars saw Rebula arrive at the par 5 18th on 2 under for the tournament, knowing that a further birdie would guarantee a weekend extension. Deciding against going for the green in 2, Rebula left himself a tricky 3rd shot in. still a chance, albeit an outside one. But when his birdie putt ran agonisingly past, reality dawned. An improved second round of 69 would see him fall just one short of the cut line.
Obviously, no one complains about a bogey-free round, you know, especially around a golf course like this once again. So, yeah, kind of just really knew my game is in a good place and good enough to do it. You know, I still feel like if that putter can just warm up a little bit more, like it could be a really low round around the corner. So, but yeah, very pleased with the way that I played today.
Coming up, we'll take a trip down memory lane with a recent Hotel Planator graduate. And we'll find out who rose to the challenge in Germany. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the Hotel Planator, halfway through the 18th event of the campaign, the German Challenge, powered by VcG. Just 5 shots separated the top 10 players heading into the weekend, with the English quartet of Lewis, Berry, Paisley and Rutherford among those chasing South African JC Ritchie, who was hunting down his first win of the season after racking up 4 top 10 finishes. With the key stories on day 3, Kit Alexander.
Josh Berry got off to a lovely start with this birdie at the par 5 opening hole. And he would go on to add 3 more red numbers in a bogey-free 68. Good stuff from the man who sits 5th on the road to Mallorca. 2-time DP World Tour winner Tom Lewis also took advantage of the first. His third shot span all the way back towards the hole. He would knock that in for birdie, but it was a roller coaster front 9 of 3 birdies and 3 bogeys. Julian Ken went birdie bogey on the first couple of holes, and he picked up a shot at the third after this super shot into a tucked pin. He picked up 2 more shots at 15 and 18 in a 69. South Africa's JC Ritchie dropped a shot at the second, but he bounced straight back with this birdie putt at the third to regain a share of the lead at 11 under par. Bojan Guillemondegi has 2 top 5s in his last 3 starts, and he was continuing his good form in Germany. The 20-year-old made one of his 6 birdies following this approach at 8, and he signed for a 69. Ritchie had another bogey at the 6th, but he kicked into top gear and took the solo lead with 3 birdies in a row from the 8th. This was the putt that ignited that run on 8. The third bogey of the day came for Ritchie at 11, but once again, the 4-time Hotel Planator winner responded really well. He released this one up the green at the 12th. That set up yet another birdie chance. And he rolled it in to double his lead to 2 shots. Jeppe Christian Andersen has been playing some brilliant golf on the 3rd tier Nordic League this season. He brought that to the Hotel Planator as he made a birdie at the last after this delicate wedge to shoot a superb 65 to climb to -13. Filippo Celli also finished in style. This magnificent hole out from the bunker for an eagle. And the road to Mallorca number 13 completed a 3rd round of 67. Tom Lewis's turbulent round continued on the back 9. This at 15 was one of 3 birdies on the way home, but he mixed it with 2 more bogeys, so it was just a 1 under par round, despite notching 6 red numbers. But Ritchie took control of the tournament with a stunning back nine of just 30 strokes that featured 7 birdies. This on 18 was the 31-year-old's 65th shot of the day and opened a 5-shot advantage.
A look at the leaderboard at the end of Saturday shows 5 of the top 15 ranked players in contention, among them Filippo Celli and Josh Berry, chasing runaway third-round leader JC Ritchie.
I don't think too much. I'm doing my job really well. There's a lot of good work paying off, so I just trust what I'm doing, trust my game, trust that the work I've been doing will still be there tomorrow, and hopefully I won't have to change too much. Just keep hitting the shots that I'm hitting and let the putter do the talking.
The German Challenge has produced an impressive list of winners, with 2 of the past 4 champions going on to win on the DP World Tour. Many believe next in line for similar success is last season's champion, Rasmus Nergaard Petersen. 12 months ago, the Dane came charging through the pack. He was 9 shots off the lead heading into the weekend before carding a flawless third-round 67.
The biggest move of the day was being made by the Road to Mallorca #1. Rasmus Nergaard Petersen had 4 birdies in his first 7 holes. He added to that total with another birdie at 8 for the Dane.
He then reeled off 9 birdies on his way to a final round 64 to clinch the title. The victory was his 3rd of the season, gaining him automatic promotion to the DP World Tour. Since then, the 26-year-old has bagged 4 top 10s on the big stage. He's also dined out at the top table, with a share of 12th at the US Open, and remains in the hunt for a spot on Luke Donald's Ryder Cup team bound for New York. The sky really seems to be the limit for Nergaard Petersen, yet another Hotel Planotour graduate, surely destined for top honours. But who might take a step closer to joining him on the DP World Tour next season by winning the German Challenge powered by VcG? It promised to be an enthralling final day at Wittelsbacher Golf Club.
Josh Berry birdied the first hole for the 4th consecutive day, courtesy of this accurate 3rd shot. And the Kolkata Challenge winner picked up another birdie at the 5th. Most players hit irons or fairway woods off the tee on 1, but Ritchie had a bit of tree trouble after going with driver. But he shaped his 2nd shot absolutely wonderfully to set up this eagle opportunity. A wonderful piece of shot making from the South African. Paid it off with the putt, an eagle at 1. He was now 20 under par and leading by 7. Hotel Planotour rookie Clément Charmasson picked up his 3rd birdie of the day by draining this putt at 7. He was now 5 shots back at 14 under par. Berry dropped a shot at the 6th. But this beautifully judged approach at 7 enabled him to bounce back with a birdie at the very next hole. Denmark's Jeppe Christian Andersen was 2 over par for the day, playing in the final group. But he did make this birdie at the 9th. Unfortunately, he would go on to finish with a 74. Ritchie gave a stroke back at the 6th, but he got things moving in the right direction again by rolling this birdie putt home at 9 for a 6-shot lead at the turn. Philip Katic birdied the last following this excellent 3rd shot into the par 5. And that sealed his best Hotel Planet Tour finish of the season, a closing 66 that lifted him to 15 under par. Tom Lewis only dropped one shot on Sunday. He found the heart of the green with his second shot at the par 5 15th. He two-putted for his sixth and final birdie in a 67 to finish tied second. Berry shared the runner-up spot with his compatriot thanks to a 68. The 20-year-old showed his class from the greenside bunker at 15 for the birdie that took him to minus 16. But there was simply no stopping JC Ritchie as he cruised home on the back nine, picking up shots at 10, 13 and 15 before nearly holing his third shot at the last. He fittingly rolled it in for the birdie 4 and a sublime 8-shot win to clinch his 5th title on the Hotel Planet Tour and a first one outside his native South Africa.
A look at the final leaderboard shows positive signs for the experienced duo of Eddie Pepperell and Tom Lewis. Josh Berry's fine form continued, but out on top, and by quite some way, a super South African.
The win's super important, not just for the Order of Merit. Personally, for me, just to be able to execute a win off the Africa continent is a big one for me. So confidence-wise, I think this does a lot for me. And then obviously the Order of Merit is big to sort of secure one foot in the door for next year again. That's all we can ever dream of.
The Road to Mallorca rankings saw significant change after our week in Germany. Josh Berry climbed to the summit after his runners-up finish. JC Ritchie moved from 6th to 2nd, and Filippo Celli entered the top 10. Further down, Kiwi Sam Jones was a new name in the top 20, making steady progress from 23rd, whilst American Palmer Jackson dropped one place and now occupies 20th spot. And with that, we say Auf Wiedersehen to Germany, with hearty congratulations to the tour's latest winner, JC Ritchie. There's a week off for the players to put their feet up now, before heading to the Farm Food Scottish Challenge, supported by the R&A, where the pursuit of promotion to the DP World Tour continues.